Hi, my name's Gary Conrad. I'd like to welcome you all to 5120 Effective Leadership as your instructor over the next 8 weeks. I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you better and to dive into this great topic of what it takes to be an effective leader. But I wanted to just put this brief video together for you so you can begin to get yourself ready as we start together next week. And there are really 3 primary things I'd like you to focus on before we get started next week on the course. First, I'd like you to take a little bit of time to familiarize yourself with Blackboard. There's a lot of resources on the course and information available on Blackboard about what we cover in each of the modules over the next 8 weeks, the course syllabus, module overviews, assignments, exercises, and so on that will provide you a lot of detail and background around that, as well as grading and so on, and what particular assignments carry what weighting and what grades. I don't really want to get into all the detail of that in this video, but like I said, just begin to take yourself through Blackboard and familiarize yourself with it as an information source for the course itself. So that's first. After you've taken a little bit of time to familiarize yourself with Blackboard, I'd like you to focus on one tab, and again, all the tabs run along the left-hand side of Blackboard, one tab called Pre-Work, where there are 2 primary kind of pre-work assignments I'd like you to get ahead on as we get ready for this week. First one is, the first pre-work assignment is I'd like you to join the discussion, the introductory discussion, where you each will have an opportunity to introduce yourself to the rest of the class and myself as well. Really important for all of us, since we are all participating in this course on a remote basis. The more we can get to know each other, as well as get to know our shared background and experience, I think will help all of us to leverage what will be great experience for us all to share and learning that we can get and gain from each other, not just through the material in this course. You'll see that on Blackboard there's also a bio for myself that'll give you a fair amount of my background. But I'll just say shortly beyond what you'll find on that bio. I just recently retired as a CEO of Align Aerospace, a global aerospace piece parts distribution company, and also spent a little over 20 years as an executive with Anixter, which is a large industrial distributor that operates in 52 countries and distributes all kinds of IP infrastructure materials, cabling, and OEM piece parts to companies and OEMs across the world. I bring with me a lot of leadership, management, operational background to this course and to Lake Forest as an instructor. And in particular, having led in many different types of assignments and roles over my career, what I really was excited to do as I retired here recently was to find a way to give back to young people like yourselves that are developing in your own careers, to share with you my experience as we talk about what it takes to be an effective leader and connect those experiences with yours and with, what I learned from what went well and maybe at times what didn't go so well, but also help me to learn to become a better leader myself. It's my way, I guess, of the reason why I teach is my way of giving back to help people make their way in their careers. Like you, I actually graduated from Lake Forest back in the early 90s and really found it to be one of the most important educational experiences for me because it did this great job of connecting theoretical concepts with practical principles and applying those practical principles and theory in a real work environment. So I hope you benefit as much from this program as I did, as it was really important for me in the development of my career at that point, as I was growing as a mid-level manager and looking to take on more leadership experience during the course of my career. So again, familiarize yourself with Blackboard. Join the introductory discussion. Let's get to know you better, and you'll see that I've outlined some things I'd like you to share in that discussion about yourself. And then third, and really important, take a note on this. It's also covered in the announcement as well as in the welcome on Blackboard that you'll find. But you'll be receiving an email from our Lake Forest operations group inviting you to participate and take a Hogan assessment. By the way, earlier the first 2 modules of the MBA program are focused very much on self-awareness, which is essential from a leadership perspective, is to understand your personality, your style, your leadership style, to understand how you affect others and what adjustments may be helpful for you to make to be able to become a more effective leader. So look for that email And the assessment will only take, it's done online, it'll only take you about 30 to 40 minutes to complete. But that needs to be completed no later than Thursday, August 11th, this next week. So please complete that. Also, just be looking for, shortly thereafter, you'll be getting an email where I will identify an evening where we'll have a WebEx for an hour and a half to do a debrief of your Hogan assessment results as a class together. Jeff Anderson actually will be doing the debrief himself. He's the CEO of Lake Forest Graduate School and has been an executive coach for a number of years and highly experienced in this Hogan assessment, which is actually one of the best personality and leadership behavioral assessments, kind of considered the gold standard in the industry, that I think you'll really appreciate, not just participating in, but learning more about yourself as a leader in and what your behavior and leadership styles are. So focus on those few things. And like I said, get yourself familiar with Blackboard. Take some time to join the discussion on introducing yourself to the class. And then third, be looking for that Hogan assessment so we can get that completed no later than July 11th, so we can be prepared for the debrief, which will be scheduled one of the evenings the week of January 15th. That's all I've really, for the most part, important stuff I've got for now. I'll come back and share a little bit more with you as we start the course next week. But like I said, probably one of the best things you can do is begin to familiarize yourself with Blackboard and the course content. And as you're beginning to look at it, if you have any questions about what's out there and the material itself, please feel free to ask me. And as you'll notice, if you'd like to schedule during the course of the term a particular a little bit of time on in my WebEx personal room where we can kind of talk about content or any questions you have about the course, please feel free to email me and schedule one of those times together. But I think before I give you more information on the course itself, let's just get you started by kind of getting yourself a little bit wet in the process and familiarizing yourself with Blackboard, the course content, getting after introducing yourself, because we really do want to get to know each other better, as well as please get after taking care of completing the Hogan assessment as soon as you receive that email from Lake Forest Operations Group. Again, I look forward to working with you and being your instructor for the next 8 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to some really engaging discussions as we begin them together as part of this course and part of our experience together. Take care.